Welcome to another entry into our FJA math notebooks. Today's entry is going to be on scale factors. So go ahead and title your page that. You're going to need this sheet of paper, and then as usual, glue, scissors, pencils, maybe some colored pens or things like that to make it kind of colorful. And we're going to start by cutting out on the dotted lines here. Notice there's this one little dotted line that runs just a little bit there that's going to be kind of important. Next, we'll fold on these solid lines. So when we fold this, it should fold together and make a nice little book like this. And now we're going to glue on this side and stick that right there so that we can read scale factor. So we've got it glued down here. And we are now going to do both of these problems here. There's one on the top, one on the bottom. They involve scale factor. We're going to work them out and then write our information underneath here. And what you're going to end up with is a really nice little booklet and notebook entry so that when we do some more scale factor stuff, you're going to have some reference points and some problems that are solved in your notebook. So let's go ahead and read this first problem here. Says Rachel has sketched a mural on graph paper that she would like to paint on her dining room wall. The cherry blossom in her sketch is approximately 8 centimeters in length. Her scale is 1 centimeter equals 5 centimeters. And so you'll notice she's going to make it bigger. So the 5 centimeters would be for the dining room wall, and her graph paper sketch, that would be the 1 centimeter. So it's 1 centimeter on the graph paper will equal 5 centimeters on the wall. So the question is, how long will the cherry blossom be on her wall mural? Let's write down what we know here. The sketch is 8 centimeters, and the scale of sketch to wall is going to be 1 to 5. Sketch to wall is 1 to 5. Zoom in there, sketch to wall is 1 to 5. And so, if we know that in the sketch, it's 8 centimeters, then how long will this be? Well, since it's 1 to 5, we're going to get from here to here, we multiply by 5. So to get from here to here, we're also going to multiply by 5. That's kind of our constant of proportionality, if you remember that. And so our scale factor, every 1 centimeter, since we have 8 of them, is 5. So 8 times 5, that's going to be 8 times 5 equals 40 centimeters. So our sketch, let's kind of make a little drawing of this. So I'm going to kind of do it in a tape diagram form here. Make a long box here, and so this right here, this is going to equal our original. So this is our original sketch, and our original sketch, I'm going to color it red there. Our original sketch, we remembered, was 8 centimeters long. It's 8 centimeters long, right? So our full sketch on the wall, the new length for the wall would be 40 centimeters. So the rest of this, we'll call this, the rest of this is the wall. All together would be 40 centimeters. So it looks like it's going to get 32 centimeters larger there. Let's move on to the second problem here. All right, for the yearbook, Chelsea submitted a 4-inch by 6-inch photo to be used as part of a collage page that measures 9 inches by 12 inches. What would be the longest dimension of Chelsea's photo for the collage if the photo will be dilated by 3/4? 3/4. Think about that for a second. Well, in this question, they're trying to throw us off. Really, this collage page, the measurements of it don't really matter. What they're saying is dilated. Dilated is another word for scaled. So just put that right under there. Dilated and scaled, kind of the same thing. Just another word for it. And so what we're saying here is that this photo that's 4 inches by 6 inches originally is going to be use a scale factor on of 3/4. So maybe we could go in here and I'm going to draw the original. Let's do it in purple. So let's talk about this original. So it's 4 inches by 6 inches. So in one color, I've got the original photo, 4 inches by 6 inches. So remember, when we use the scale factor, we're going to scale both the dimensions. We're going to scale the 4 inches and the 6 inches. So maybe we'll call this the height and then the width, whatever you want to call it, kind of works out. So let's go ahead and use that scale factor. So we know we've got 4 inches by 6 inches, and our scale factor is 3/4. So this means that we're going to multiply each dimension by the scale factor. So 4 inches times 3/4. And remember, when we go to multiply fractions, let's put this 4 over 1, and now we can multiply straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 4 is 4. And so 12 over 4, that simplifies down to what? 3. So our new drawing there, let's call this the new one. I'm going to label it new equals green, right? So whatever colors you're using, you can use that. It's going to be about 3 inches. So instead of it going up to 4, I'm going to make a little mark here. Maybe this is about where it's going to start. So you'll see, we'll fill that in a second. Now let's do the other dimension, 6 inches. Well, 6 inches times the scale factor of 3/4. We're going to, again, put 6 over 1 so we can multiply our fractions. Now, two fractions, when you multiply them, you multiply straight across. 6 times 3 is 18 over 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, 18 over 4. What does that simplify to? Well, if we want to, we can come over here. And remember, we could do 18 divided by 4. We're going to get a mixed number here. 18 divided by 4. Well, 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract that. 2 is our remainder. Let's put a decimal here. Bring over this, decimal here. Bring down this 0. That 0 doesn't go up there yet. And 4 goes into 25 times, and that is 20, and so then we're done. So it looks like here, this is going to be 4.5 inches. 4.5 is 4.5 inches. So instead of this coming all the way out here, it's going to end. So let's say it comes out to like about right there, about 3/4. So our new photo is going to be about this big, 3/4 scale factor. So it shrank, right? It shrank down to that new photo. The new is in the green. And the new dimensions are 3 inches on the top and 4.5 inches on the bottom. All right, thanks for participating. I hope this helps. Keep this in your notebook and use it in the future.